Did you know you probably use phrasal verbs every single day without even realizing it? Wake up, turn on, look for. These small word combinations are everywhere in English. But here's the problem. Most learners find them confusing. Today, that confusion ends.
Yes, by the end of this video, 20 common phrasal verbs will feel completely natural to you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. I am Kate.
Hi everyone, I am Martin. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Before we start, if you are new here, please subscribe to our channel.
And if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like. It really helps us grow.
Also, comment below and tell us, do phrasal verbs confuse you sometimes?
We really want to know. Be honest, we've all struggled with this.
So, Martin, today's topic is super practical. 20 phrasal verbs you use every day, with examples.
I love this topic, Kate, because phrasal verbs are everywhere in real English.
Exactly. Native speakers use them constantly, in almost every conversation.
Right, and they're honestly a bit different from regular vocabulary.
True. A phrasal verb combines a verb with a small word, like up, on, or off.
And together, they create a completely new meaning.
Exactly. For example, give means one thing, but give up means something totally different.
Right, give up means to stop trying.
So many learners message us about this exact challenge.
What do they usually say?
They say, I understand normal verbs, but phrasal verbs confuse me completely.
That's true. This is honestly such a common struggle.
Right, because you can't always guess the meaning from the individual words.
Exactly, but here's the good news. Today, we're making 20 of them super simple.
With clear examples you can start using immediately.
Let's jump right in. We'll go through them one by one.
Perfect. Phrasal verb number 1, wake up.
This means to stop sleeping.
For example, I wake up at 7 every morning.
Simple, right? You probably use this one daily.
Exactly. Number 2, get up.
This means to leave your bed after waking up.
For example, I get up slowly on weekends.
Notice the difference. Wake up is opening your eyes. Get up is leaving the bed.
That's such a helpful distinction.
Number 3, turn on.
This means to start a device or machine.
For example, can you turn on the lights, please?
Or I turn on my computer every morning.
Number 4, turn off. The opposite meaning.
This means to stop a device or machine.
For example, please turn off the TV before bed.
These two are super useful in daily life, at home or work.
Absolutely. Number 5, look for.
This means to search for something.
For example, I'm looking for my keys.
Or she's looking for a new job.
Such a common phrase in everyday conversations.
Number 6, look after.
This means to take care of someone or something.
For example, I look after my little sister on weekends.
Or, can you look after my plants while I'm traveling?
Such a relatable example for many people.
Right. Number 7, give up.
This means to stop trying or to quit something.
For example, don't give up on learning English.
Or he gave up smoking last year.
This is such an encouraging phrase to remember, actually.
Exactly, especially for our viewers. Don't give up.
Perfect motivation built right into today's lesson.
Number 8, find out.
This means to discover information.
For example, I found out the meeting was canceled.
Or, let me find out what time the store closes.
Such a useful phrase for everyday situations.
Absolutely. Number 9, come back.
This means to return to a place.
For example, I'll come back later this evening.
Or she came back from her trip yesterday.
Simple and used constantly in daily conversations.
Number 10, go on.
This has a couple of meanings, actually.
Right, it can mean to continue or to happen.
For example, please go on with your story.
That means please continue.
Or, what's going on here? That means what's happening.
That's true, such a flexible, common phrasal verb.
We're already at 10. Let's continue with the second half.
Number 11, put on.
This means to wear something or place something on your body.
For example, I need to put on my jacket.
Or, she put on her shoes quickly.
Number 12, take off. The opposite of put on.
This means to remove something you're wearing.
For example, please take off your shoes at the door.
It can also mean when an airplane leaves the ground.
Oh, right. the plane took off on time.
Great example. One phrase, two useful meanings.
Number 13, pick up.
This has a few meanings too.
Right, it can mean to lift something.
For example, can you pick up that book, please?
It can also mean collecting someone by car.
For example, I'll pick you up at 8 o'clock.
Such a common phrase for daily plans and transportation.
Absolutely. Number 14, drop off.
This means to take someone or something somewhere and leave it there.
For example, I'll drop off the kids at school.
Or, can you drop off this package for me?
Notice how pick up and drop off often go together in daily life.
Right, like picking someone up and dropping them off later.
Number 15, check in.
This means to officially arrive somewhere, like a hotel or airport.
For example, we checked in at the hotel around noon.
Or, please check in online before your flight.
Such a useful phrase for traveling.
Absolutely essential for airports and hotels.
Number 16, hang out.
This means to spend relaxed time with friends.
For example, we hung out at the park yesterday.
Or, let's hang out this weekend. Such a casual, friendly phrase.
Perfect for talking about your social life.
Number 17, work out.
This can mean to exercise.
For example, I work out 3 times a week.
It can also mean to solve or figure something out.
For example, we worked out a solution together.
Another phrase with 2 really useful meanings.
Number 18, run out of.
This means to have no more of something.
For example, we ran out of milk this morning.
Or, I'm running out of time.
Such a relatable phrase for everyday frustrations. We've all run out of something important before.
Number 19, get along.
This means to have a good relationship with someone.
For example, I get along really well with my coworkers.
Or, do you get along with your neighbors?
Such a warm, relationship-focused phrase.
And finally, number 20, look forward to.
This means to feel excited about something in the future.
For example, I'm looking forward to the weekend.
Or, we're looking forward to seeing you soon.
What a perfect phrase to end on today.
Exactly. I'm actually looking forward to practicing these with our viewers.
Perfect use of the phrase, Martin.
So there we have it. 20 phrasal verbs all explained with examples.
Let's talk now about why phrasal verbs feel so tricky for learners.
Great idea. Let's explain the real challenge here.
Martin, why do you think phrasal verbs confuse so many learners?
I think it's because the meaning often isn't obvious from the individual words.
Right, like give up doesn't literally relate to giving anything.
Exactly. This makes phrasal verbs feel unpredictable at first.
Also, many phrasal verbs have multiple meanings, like we saw today.
Right, take off and pick up both had different meanings.
This adds another layer of complexity for learners.
Exactly. But here's the good news. Repetition and context make this so much easier.
Right. The more you hear them used naturally, the more automatic they become.
Absolutely. Let's move now to some practical learning tips.
Yes, let's help our viewers really master these phrasal verbs.
Tip number 1. Learn phrasal verbs in complete sentences, not alone.
Right. Instead of just memorizing give up, memorize don't give up on your dreams.
This gives the phrase context and makes it easier to remember.
Tip number 2. Group similar phrasal verbs together.
Like we did today, with pick up and drop off.
Or put on and take off, opposite pairs.
This creates helpful connections in your memory.
Tip number 3. Notice phrasal verbs when you're listening to English.
Right, movies, podcasts, and conversations are full of them.
Once you start noticing, you'll see them everywhere.
Exactly. It's like learning a new word and suddenly seeing it everywhere.
Tip number 4. Practice using them in your own sentences.
This is so important. Don't just recognize them, actually use them.
Right. Create sentences about your own life and daily routine.
Tip number 5. Don't try to learn all 20 at once.
Right. Choose 4 or 5 to focus on this week.
Then add more gradually once these feel comfortable.
This prevents feeling overwhelmed by too much new information.
Tip number 6. Review these phrases regularly, using spaced repetition.
Right. Just like we discussed in our vocabulary video before. Review today, then again in a few days, then again next week.
This builds long-term memory, not just short-term recognition.
These tips together create a really effective learning system.
Absolutely. Now let's give some real practical examples our viewers can try today.
Yes, let's actually practice using these phrasal verbs together. Let's start with a simple daily routine using several phrasal verbs together.
Great idea. I'll describe my morning using as many as possible.
Perfect. Go ahead, Martin.
I wake up at 7. I get up quickly. I turn on the lights.
Great start. Continue.
I put on my clothes and I look for my phone.
Very relatable morning routine.
Then I pick up my bag and I go to work.
Perfect example. You used 5 phrasal verbs in one short story.
Exactly. See how natural that sounded?
Absolutely. Let's try another example, this time about weekend plans.
Perfect idea. I'll describe a typical weekend using more phrasal verbs.
Go ahead, let's hear it.
On Saturday, I like to hang out with friends.
Nice. Continue.
Sometimes we work out together at the gym.
Great use of work out there.
Then we drop off some things at my friend's house.
And later, I look forward to relaxing at home.
Perfect. That's such a natural, complete weekend story.
Let's try one more example about travel, since several phrases connect well there.
Great idea. Let's build a short travel story together.
Yesterday, I checked in at the airport early.
The plane took off on time, which was great.
My friend picked me up when I arrived.
We get along really well, so the trip was really fun.
Perfect example, using 4 phrasal verbs naturally in one short story.
This really shows how naturally these phrases fit into real conversations.
Absolutely. Let's try one final exercise, a quick challenge for our viewers.
Great idea. Try creating one sentence right now using any phrasal verb from today's list.
Pause the video and say your sentence out loud.
Great homework for everyone watching.
This kind of active practice makes these phrases stick so much faster.
Absolutely. Reading a list is helpful, but using them is truly powerful.
I really believe today's video gave our viewers such a useful toolkit.
Me too. 20 phrasal verbs all explained clearly with real examples.
And, most importantly, phrases you can start using immediately today.
Exactly. These aren't rare, complicated phrases. They're everyday essentials.
Right, you'll hear these in movies, conversations, and daily situations constantly.
Absolutely. Once you notice them, you'll realize how common they truly are.
Let's also remind everyone, don't worry about memorizing everything perfectly today.
Right. Come back to this video anytime you need a quick review.
Exactly. Learning phrasal verbs is a gradual process, not an instant one.
With consistent practice, these will feel completely natural very soon.
I love how practical and useful this whole lesson turned out to be.
Absolutely. Simple explanations, real examples, and practical daily use.
So here's a question for all of you watching today.
Which phrasal verb from today's list will you try using this week?
Maybe look forward to or give up, or even hang out.
Tell us in the comments below, along with your own example sentence.
We would love to read your sentences and celebrate your practice.
This is such a great way to practice together as a community.
Absolutely. And if you create a sentence using several phrasal verbs together,
Even better. Share your mini story with us in the comments.
all right, everyone, that's it for today's video.
Let's do a quick recap before we finish.
We covered 20 essential phrasal verbs today, from wake up to look forward to.
Remember, learn them in sentences, group similar ones together, and practice using them daily.
Don't try to memorize everything at once. Take it step by step.
And most importantly, notice these phrases whenever you're listening to English.
These 20 phrasal verbs truly are part of everyday English conversations.
Absolutely. Mastering them will make your English sound so much more natural.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like.
And don't forget to subscribe for more English learning videos.
We upload new episodes regularly to help you sound more natural every day.
Thank you so much for watching until the end.
We really appreciate your time and effort today.
We will see you in the next video.
Bye, everyone. Take care and don't give up on your English journey.
Bye, everyone. We're looking forward to seeing you very soon.